Today we're going to be going over the must-know smokes on Inferno. I will also include some flashes and some Molotovs, guys, because they are really handy on Inferno as well. But real quick, before we get into the video, guys, if you need to set up a practice config, which is what I'm going to be using in this video, click on the top link in the description of this video, just so you can set that up before we get into all of the smokes. And it's literally just a quick 2-minute video, so it shouldn't be hard for you guys to set up and will really help you when just practicing any kind of things on CSGO. I'm going to try and get through these as quickly as possible so I don't waste your time. So if you want to skip through or pause or slow down the video, you guys can do that. You can also mute the video if you don't care about my voice or listening to what I have to say, and I will leave timestamps in the description or a pinned comment down below. If you can, leave a like on this video if it helps. That would be really appreciated, and if you're not subscribed, sub with notifications on as well. One last thing is to make sure that you paste this bind into the console before you do any of this, and you should probably add it to your config as well. And it's basically just a toggle bind, so I will also leave this in the comments, but you guys will see myself using that. All you need to do is get out the console again, type in map de_Inferno, and it's literally there. You can just click on it, click on T-side, and we will do bot_kick. If you've watched that video about how to set up a practice config, you just need to bring up your config and do exec brack and enter, and now the practice config will be loaded up, and all you have to do is click H to get all of your nades. So guys, now for the first smoke, what you want to do is smoke off top mid, so you can do this right from spawn, get in line with this, look at the top of here, run forward a bit, and then throw it. And as you guys will see, this will smoke off top mid perfectly. What I will also show you quickly from mid is a nice little pop flash. So you look at this kind of roof, look at this corner, and all you do is left click throw. So this would be if, like, I don't know, some of your teammates here were pushing and you wanted to just flash out for them so that anyone kind of holding from like long or from over there, they're going to get flashed by this. And yeah, now the next smoke is for short. And it's actually from here as well. And what you want to do is get your crosshair out so that you're lining up with this corner and here, and then throw it. It's literally just a normal left click throw, and then as you guys will see, it will bounce off of this wall and smoke up short really nicely. Always, guys, be careful of a guy standing up here if he gets boosted or self boosts, because if you guys just push long blindly and don't check up here, he could just be hiding here and get some really easy kills on you guys. Now there is another short smoke from here, so you line up this kind of like patch on the wall, and then look in this kind of, imagine this is a square here, look in the middle and just normal left click throw. It'll bounce off up there and smoke a slight bit deeper, but it means that like anyone in boiler, like they still won't be able to see you. Now let's look at the long smokes. So what you want to do is line up the right hand side of this kind of, I don't know, flower thing, and aim at the top of here. Left click throw, and it'll bounce off this wall, bounce off this, and then pull down here, kind of smoke off kind of close here. There is another one from second mid. Look straight down, line up at the bottom of this, and then hit this rock, and look at the top of this antenna. Left click throw again, and this will smoke slightly deeper for long. And yeah, the next smoke I'll show you is the arch smoke. So you line yourself up with this broom, and then what I do is get this crosshair out and look kind of for this thing, which is like the second one along, and the top of here. You line it up perfectly here, and just left click throw. Now whilst that's doing that, I'll also show you the library smoke. So line yourself up this corner, get the crosshair out again, and then this corner of this, as well as this top kind of antenna thing. I don't know what you want to call it. I suppose it's a line. There you go. As you can see, guys, this smokes this off perfectly and will smoke off library really nicely. So they literally have to push out, and they actually have to push out quite far before they can see anything. So yeah, it's just a really nice pair of smokes. Now I will also show you the moto smoke here. So it's in the same spot as the library smoke. This time we look at for this kind of red flower. Line your crosshair up perfectly with this, and then kind of in between here and here, you want to line up. I move it to the right a slight bit as well. All you do is left click throw, and then as you guys will see, if you're pushing up short, anyone kind of holding or trying to retake will have a really tough time seeing anything here. Oh yeah, also guys, I'll show you some pop flashes from this kind of similar area. So what I do is line myself up this kind of smudge on the wall. Look here, and then just left click throw, and that will kind of pop flash long. There's also a pop flash for kind of like pit and balcony, and if you guys can see these kind of like 3 smudges, what you want to do is aim at this top one and just jump throw. And as you guys will see, if anyone's pushing short, anyone holding from like balcony or down in pit will get completely flashed by this and be completely blind, so that anyone can kind of peek them a lot more easily. There is also a pop flash from here, so if you're trying to push out of apps, line up with the top of this, and kind of look at the second one along, aim up a bit, and all you have to do is left click throw, and this flash will bounce out of here and flash anyone kind of holding here or holding from long. There is actually another pop flash, so what you want to do is kind of line yourself up with this, move back until you kind of just start seeing the edge of this. Look here, look to the left a bit, and all you have to do is left click throw, and it will pop out here, and anyone kind of holding from like the pit area will be flashed. So yeah, it's just really, really handy. There are 2 more smokes that I want to show you guys. So the first one is for balcony, which is lining yourself up with kind of this bit. Then looking at the top of this antenna here and just left click throwing. The other one is here, which is for pit, which needs you to get this crosshair out. Just aim it slightly above the antenna on the right and line it up with this line. Left click throw, and as you guys will see, balcony is perfectly smoked up, and so is pit. So anyone holding from up here won't be able to see you guys crossing on to site, and same as if they're holding kind of here, they still won't be able to see anything. So it's a really, really good pair of smokes. Now let's do the V smokes, flashes, and mollies. So the first one that I want to show you is a safe smoke on to CT. So line it up with the middle of this and the top of this, kind of like in the middle of the smoke. Throw that, and yeah, it will bounce off the walls and smoke off the CT perfectly. Now the other smoke is from logs, so all you have to do is line up with the end of these leaves, and then pretty much anywhere in between here works. Like let's just do in the middle, for example, and as you guys will see when this goes over, it will bounce off that wall and it lands here. Like, it really doesn't matter where you aim. Like, it will just bounce here and smoke here. There isn't going to be a gap or anything. Any variation will work, so yeah. Another handy smoke, guys, is for ruins. So what you want to do is get here, and what I do is I line this up with my view model. So what I'm looking at is kind of like the bottom corner of this lantern type thing and the top corner of the pin, I think it is, in the smoke. So yeah, you just literally left click throw, and it will go over perfectly. Now, if your like view model or something like that is different, it might not work perfectly. Maybe try and line it up in a different way, but this smoke is perfect because anyone, even on coffins, they won't be able to see unless they jump. And then, guys, if you can't line that one up, there is also one from logs as well, which is literally just lining up with this and this. So if we get this out, you can line it up perfectly. And just left click throw. This smoke will go over and land very nicely here. It doesn't even give a gap or anything. And then even if they're on the coffins, like again, they won't be able to see. So yeah, just a really nice smoke for coffins. Now as well from logs, there is a really nice pop flash. Aim at this thing here and then hold your flash down. And I just walk forward a bit and throw it. And as you guys can see, this flashes the site perfectly. So it lands about here. So pretty much everyone on the site will be flashed. Now, obviously, you want to cool this before anyone pushes out. Because, I mean, if your teammate, like, swings and then you throw it and boom, it flashes, it will flash your teammates as well. So make sure you're communicating properly. But there is also another pop flash here, which you can kind of link it with, where you kind of just line up this bit. I get this out, get your flash out, and it's kind of at the top of this, and line it up in the middle of here. And then you just throw, it'll go over this chimney, and yeah, it'll flash here. Tell your teammates, they can be waiting here. 3, 2, 1, flash, boom. You could even do this one a half a second earlier. It then means that everyone can kind of start charging out. You should have this smoked off, you should have this smoked off, and then you just got to clear the site. The next thing that I want to show you guys is Molotovs for B. And I'll start with the one that I usually do. So you want to get yourself in this corner, look up here, and then to the right of it is this thing. So I don't know how to explain it, but just aim where I'm aiming. Then all you need to do is jump throw, and that will Molotov off anyone who's hiding behind a quad. Now, what you can also pair that with is a Molotov for these kind of second boxes along. So you get yourself in this corner, get your crosshair out, get your Molotov out, and then what you want to do is look at this, and all you have to do is aim for this left top one and aim slightly up a bit. Then hold this down, jump throw, and as you guys will see, it will hit off the top of this box, and yeah, it will kind of get anyone kind of there or anyone sat in that corner. So this means anyone kind of in this area of the site will either have to move out here or move onto fountain. And this means that if someone else also does this Molotov, guys, all they have to do is jump up onto here and then get lined up with this corner. They can then Molotov by aiming kind of in the center of this and just throwing. That will molly off dark, and yeah, you pretty much are then forcing people to kind of just, like, even if you're behind here, you're going to start getting hit by the Molotov, so you're pretty much just in the open here. But yeah, guys, I think that is all of these smokes for the T side, so we will now switch to CT, and I will show you all of them on that side. So let's do the first smoke, which is going to be a mid smoke from spawn. So you just get in this corner, look at this kind of box on the wall, aim in the bottom left-hand corner, and do a jump throw. As you guys will see, if anyone's trying to cross, this will be smoked up perfectly, and they can cross and then push up apps and maybe go for a pick here or push T app. Another one that you can do, guys, is get into this corner and then look at this kind of flag, aim at this kind of right hand side of it, move your mouse right until you hit kind of chipping away on the paint on the wall, and then you literally just do a normal throw, and what will happen is it will bounce here and it will smoke up here. So if anyone's holding mid, like, they won't be able to see it, and you as a CT could kind of sneak up, get a bit more aggressive on second mid. Some other smokes on A site are for short, so you just get yourself into this corner, look at kind of this bit here, and then aim all the way up to the top line, and then just literally left click throw, and as you guys will see, this will go over, bounce on the roofs, bounce on the wall, and drop here perfectly. Some more smokes for retakes that you could potentially pair with that one is a smoke for pit. What you do is aim between this top corner, this bottom bit, left click throw, and as you guys will see, it'll bounce off the wall and just pop there. So anyone playing pit, they were trying to hold short or trying to hold sight, they're now going to have to swing out this way a bit to hold you long. Another really great smoke from Arch is to get into this corner, aim at this bottom corner, but don't aim right at the corner. You kind of got to aim a bit in. For my crosshair, I literally just kind of have the edges touching the edge, if you get what I mean, and then I literally just left click throw. And what will happen is this will go up and bounce perfectly and then smoke with anyone who was playing in apps. But yeah, they are the A smokes. Now, if we go over to B, if you're trying to retake B, then a really good smoke here is to line yourself up with this kind of like crack and then get your smoke out, aim between here, and all you need to do is just do a normal throw, and what will happen is this will fall down, it will hit off the fountain, and it will smoke off anyone who's kind of holding from here, who's trying to get like an AWP shot off on you, and yeah, will just help you pushing back on to B. Another great smoke from back here, get into this corner, and then extend your crosshair, aim at the top of here and the top of here, line it up, left click throw, and as you guys will see, this will smoke off banana, and it'll mean that, you know, anyone who's kind of like holding from banana won't be able to peek you, and if you pair that with this smoke, then take the site a bit easier. Now, let's say you're on B as well. If you want to smoke them off deep in banana early on, all you have to do is kind of aim in this area and just throw it. Like, it really doesn't matter, guys. This smoke will pretty much hit every single time. You're just bouncing off of this wall, bounce there. Now, let's say they're up banana and they're going to be pushing soon. You already think that they're holding you from here. What you could do is kind of come back to here, line yourself up with this, and then aim kind of at the third one along at the bottom. All you do is throw, and it'll bounce off the top of here and smoke off the push. This can also be done on site. Let's say if this person doesn't have a smoke, you just line yourself up in the middle of this, aim at the kind of like top of this, I don't know what you want to call it, but just aim there, throw the smoke, it'll bounce there, it'll bounce off the wall, and it'll re-smoke. Pretty much exactly the same position. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much all of the must-know essential smokes for Inferno. If you guys think I've missed any out, please let me know in the comments. And if you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like on it. If you want to see any of the other smoke videos that I've done so far on Duster and Mirage, click on them on the screen right now. And if you're not subscribed, drop a sub. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much everything.